Hi, what's up everyone? Ace Hunter here, and today I'm back with another replay, post-analysis, this time from LCPL. I'm playing against pinkdragontamer from the Freeze subscriber Frokies. Today I brought a team that I haven't brought before, which is a Very Juice Magnemite plus Scarf Faunier team. I've used this team before. I made a little few adjustments, and I went with it because honestly, the opponent's scout looked pretty standard. It didn't have many ground types, so I decided to bring this. So looking at this matchup here that I got, Ponyta is not ideal for this matchup. Thankfully, I have Scarf Diglett, so I'm not that worried. I have something to check this Ponyta. However, looking at this team, he doesn't have a ground resist. So I assume this is very likely to be Air Balloon Diglett, which is honestly a really good pick against me because I think I have a lot of counter trapping teams with a ground weakness overloading. So it was a good pick on my opponent's part. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I got from preview. If I can trap the Marini with my Diglett, then it's going to be really good for the Mienfoo, because the rest of the team looks like it's not very good against the Mienfoo once Marini is removed. So on my side, it's probably going to be mostly to keep the Mienfoo and Mienfoo Pony and Diglett in check, with Diglett and Coughing because of this double steal stacking weaknesses. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So I start turn 1 by a misplay, I think. I went to lead Coughing against Mienfoo, which I think is probably not ideal. What I probably should have done is to go Mienfoo lead, try to fake out tie, and then go to Coughing. Because my Coughing has Thief, and I really want to get knocked off so I can just remove the Light of a Pokemon on my opponent's side. Instead, by leading Coughing right away, I don't get knocked, which is kind of bad because my Coughing is Thief, it doesn't have Thunderbolt, so Marini is actually a really good switch into Coughing, which I failed to realize on preview, which is unfortunate. So we see pinkdragontamer going for the fake out chip, and then my Coughing is already chipped to 3/4 of its health, and I can do absolutely nothing to Marini. So I'm forced to go to Natu here and take the knockoff, which is not ideal. Also, looking at his team, he doesn't have a very solid Natu switch in. Ponyta can switch in, like maybe if it's a bulky Ponyta, you can switch into Natu, but then this seems prone to be trapped. But U-turn into Diglett. Porygon, depending on the set, if it's bulky Porygon, it can survive. It can switch into Natu pretty comfortably as well. So just going to Natu here. Went for Psychic, doing a good chunk to Marini, and taking the Sludge Bomb. This Sludge Bomb unfortunately poisons, but I'm lucky that he got the low roll, so that with the poison damage, you don't actually die. So now he goes Ponyta on the Natu. Maybe expecting like a Heat Wave or a U-turn or something. Not a U-turn, or a Roost, which is what I did. I could have gone U-turn, but I didn't want it to go Pharaoh Seed and kill me with Iron Barbs. So that's why I didn't do it. Now I have Roost here. I'm at 48%. Now my Natu spread is supposed to live this Flame Charge 15 times out of 16. I was pretty unlucky not to let this Flame Charge kill, so I couldn't go for the U-turn and preserve my Natu. But anyways, Natu would have been a 1%, 1 HP of health. It wouldn't have done that much. So now the purpose of Scarf Diglett comes to light. Allows to revenge kill Ponyta and preserve my Steel types. But unfortunately, because this is Air Balloon Diglett, my Diglett is going to be removed as well, which is unfortunate. Now Diglett is a big problem for my team because 3 of my Pokemon are weak to it. Scarf Faunier outspeeds at least, but it's going to be hard to deal with. Okay, the opponent protects here. It doesn't really matter. now it's kind of good. He went for Earthquake. I really like this because he didn't preserve the Diglett. Instead, he just sacked it. I just got the knockoff for free, and another Earthquake does not kill. And even if he switches out now, having the chip is really nice because then Magnemite can one-hit KO it with Flash Cannon. So I was kind of happy with this trade of damage. And he just goes for the Earthquake, and I just U-turn off, regen some health, and Diglett is gone. So honestly, my position isn't too bad right now. Mienfoo is still the only threat remaining for my team. Well, only big threat remaining for my team. Because Porygon is really not a threat because of my double steal. But I still have Coughing from Mienfoo, so it doesn't look that bad. So I go to Coughing here to prevent Mienfoo from coming in comfortably. I might in Porygon, but I'm really not worried about Porygon because of my Magnemite. I wasn't sure if this Porygon was a Violite or Scarf, but it turned out to be a Violite based on damage that this Volt Switch did. So because it's a Violite, I can just go to Mienfoo here and outspeed. And Marini can't really switch in. Well, it can switch in, but it's going to be really hard pressed with the damage here. So I considered knocking off, but I figured High Jump Kick is pretty safe because then I can just U-turn to Magnemite, which once this Berry Juice is consumed, it can't be knocked. So it's kind of a good switch into Marini, and I can just keep pivoting, and Marini will be forced out. So that was my thought process. So I can just High Jump Kick here. He goes to Mienfoo, which is okay. Unfortunately, I missed the High Jump Kick, and now Mienfoo's dead, which is really a big problem. Because Mienfoo was the main thing that was breaking through Porygon and Ferroseed, and losing that is actually huge, especially when Marini is this low. Yeah. Anyways, I go to Coughing here. Coughing is still hard to switch into, but there's always the Marini, which can tank it, which is kind of annoying. And I can't really double because Mienfoo has the U-turn. Oh. Okay, he goes for knockoff. I was expecting the Marini, so I just Sludge Bombed. Having the damage on this Mienfoo is actually kind of good for my Pawniard and my Magnemite. Thankfully, I also get the Poison. This way, Mienfoo is going to be really low and coming in, and it's going to take chip over and over, which is really good for my Scarf Pawn. He goes for a U-turn, wherein I go for Thief just to steal in the Violite, and I got it from the Marini, not from the Porygon, which is really nice, because Marini is the one that Scarf Pawn is going to have trouble breaking through, along with Magnemite. So now Coughing is at 30%, which allows it to still survive either High Jump Kick or knockoff from Mienfoo, but not after Fake Out, which is unfortunate. So I preserve it. I go for Magnemite, and then just go for the free pivot, and he just lets the Marini go, which is good. Which is good for Coughing because now it doesn't have a good switch in, but also Pawniard because it's also one of the things that could outlast its attacks. So now he goes for Mienfoo. It's pretty obvious from this team that this is Scarf Pawniard since I haven't used it the entire game as well as this being Berry Juice Magnemite. So he makes a good play. He switches out to Ferroseed, and he just tanked the Iron Head and got the regen off on Mienfoo. So that was a good play on his part. Good read. I go to Coughing. Oh, and yeah, he goes back to Mienfoo, which is also a really good play. Because now he threatens Fake Out plus Knock or High Jump Kick, and then that would be really bad. So I had to go to Pawniard to take the Fake Out because High Jump Kick, to avoid the Fake Out into High Jump Kick kill. Now he could have gone for High Jump Kick, but also that would have made him prone to a Iron Head flinch. So I think he wanted to avoid that. He just went to Porygon, which is interesting, to preserve the Pharaoh's health. I went for Iron Head here, and now he goes Ferroseed. Maybe he was scouting for something else. I wasn't sure exactly what, but so I just still went for the Iron Head. In retrospect, I could have maybe switched out. Went to either Mag or Coughing if I was more ballsy, but I don't think it was necessary. Then I went for Magnemite, which is a pretty safe switch in without its Berry Juice. I get some free free recovery. I go for Volt Switch. I don't know if I could have done anything better. Like if I stayed in, I could maybe 1v1 this with, but he can Giga Drain, so it's not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it. Maybe I could have stayed in a little longer, but I think it doesn't make much of a difference at the end of the day. This doesn't kill the coughing. Now I can go for Pain Split with coughing to get back some health, but the problem is that his Porygon is at 31, and I wouldn't get enough health from Porygon to be able to live Mienfu's attacks. So I just decided to just Fire Blast. Actually, this is a 31. How much is 31? Porygon. Porygon 31. So we've been at 7. At 7. Wait. How much HP is that? That's a lot of HP. Is it max HP? Oh, if it's max HP, it's 8. 8 have 2. I would be at 5. Yeah, that wouldn't be enough to survive Mienfu's attacks, anyways. So I just went for the Fire Blast. Fire Blast killed the Porygon, but now the problem is that coughing cannot check Mienfu anymore. Actually, in hindsight, that's maybe why he got the health low on Porygon. That's very big brain on his part. But yeah, now I have to rely on Pawniard Iron Head flinching to be able to break through Mienfu with the poison, which is not the best. I think I kept my coughing around because it's more useful to break through Ferroseed than Magnemite. So I just stacked the Magnemite here. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what I do. He's just gonna High Jump Kick, and I just die for the burn even through Endure. Now I go for Pawniard, going again for the flinch. But I assumed that I think is that what it? Yeah, I assumed that he's gonna try to play safe. Like there's no reason for him not to regen the Mienfu and like come back after it when he's gonna be able to live an Iron Head. So I just go for the Brick Break to catch the Ferroseed off guard. And now Ferroseed is in Iron Head range as well, so that's really good. Now I can just, if I Pawniard goes out, I can just spam Iron Head, and with a flinch on Mienfu, I can just win the game. I need some luck required, of course. Another Brick Break, doesn't really matter what I do here. Fact of the matter is, I just go for an Iron Head here, and if I get a flinch, I can win. If not, then I lose. That's as simple as that. So it's the same situation after he comes back. I just need one flinch. Iron Head does 43, and of course, as you can see, another Iron Head would have killed. But unfortunately, I do not get the flinch, and that's gonna be the game. That is unfortunate loss. I think the High Jump Kick, my High Jump Kick missed, hurt a lot there. Otherwise, I think it would have been a great win con if it was able to go through the Marini. I think someone mentioned to me after here, like instead of going for U-turn or going for a Roost, I could have gone hard coughing here because Marini had to switch out, and then if I went coughing to deny the regenerator, that would have been really huge. I actually didn't think of that play. That was actually a really good play. I should have probably done that, but that's always in hindsight, so there's some bias involved. And even then, like, Marini didn't do much throughout the rest of the game, so I don't know how much that would have mattered. Oh, actually, it would have mattered because I switched into coughing. But anyways, there's some things I could have done better in that game, but I think the High Jump Kick missed. High Jump Kick missing really hurt my chances. Well, things happen. That was this game for this week. That was my game for this week. I think we're tied. Never mind, we're not tied. I think we're like 0-2 at the moment. But it's alright. Hopefully we'll bring it back. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked my analysis, please consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel. Also, check out the coverage of the LCPL coverage that the official LC channel is going to do. which features me alongside a lot of many other top players. So I'll link this in the description. Feel free to check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.